we're talking about money now, and I want to talk a little bit about more of money. And some people are going to be thinking, well, money isn't everything. But you were asked one time, what's the secret to money? And you said, I think that really is the $1,000,000 question, because you said once you discover the secret to money, you'll know the secret to life. And I was just wondering how you correlate the two. I know you probably grew up in a house that maybe didn't have the best relationship with money, but how do you explain money as an important aspect of people's life, or even that it is the secret to life itself?
Well, I spent a lot of my life, really struggling for money, and had lots of times where I couldn't sleep because I didn't know how I was going to pay the school fees, or just went through a lot of times where it was so stressful. And I saw the impact that had on my relationship with my husband and all of us as a family. And so when I discovered the secret and decided to change everything about money, there is, because money doesn't bring happiness, that's the thing about it. But it also, to live without that worry, that financial worry, there's like a kind of a peace there that you're not having to give energy to or perpetuate that feeling. And when you have that peace, that financial piece of financial freedom, I just think that you're on a totally different frequency. Now, the other thing though is money and health are so tied together, really, really linked together. So people stressing about money, that's affecting their health as well, and it's affecting their relationships. The thing that I found is the easiest of those three subjects to turn around is money. I found that is so, compared to the others, like if somebody has a diagnosis already, that can be really challenging for them. But mind you, we've got over 30,000 stories from people on our website that have just cured everything, and had a diagnosis and cured everything. But I just think money's just the easiest of all of the things, to change, to change your mindset around money. You really, while you've got a lack mindset, what is going to happen is law of attraction money will come into your hands and it'll go out, and it'll come into your hands and go out. This will break down, you'll lose that, this something else will cost a whole lot more. The car breaks down, this happens, that happens. And all of the time is just this money keeps being taken out of your hands. You just receive it and then it's gone again. So, yeah, I just think I don't see money as the most important thing in life. The funny thing is, if you are happy, then you are going to bring money into your life. When you're happy. That's like I wrote in The Secret, the shortcut to the secret is be happy now. And if you're happy now, you're going to attract everything that makes you happy. And what makes you happy? Not a lack of money, but more money.
Right.
And the other thing is with money, I know people say, oh, it's not spiritual and all of that, but I have lived and sweated over money, and I know how hard it is. And so we are living in a world where money is the vehicle to buy everything. We can't ignore that, it's part of life. And I just think that people deserve whatever they want. If you don't want money, that's totally fine. But if you're somebody who wants financial freedom, you can have it. I'm saying to you, you can have it.
Yeah, I'm so glad you say that, because again, there's a lot of people that have hangups that, yeah, money's the root of all evil. By the way, it's the pursuit of money that's the root of all evil, supposedly, but that's not true either. And like you said, I mean, people sometimes think that it's the opposite of spirituality. And I disagree. I agree with you, is that it complements or can facilitate a way of thinking that maybe can get you to higher levels of energy. So you don't have to run away from it. Money doesn't make you happy, but having money can help in that whole process.
Absolutely, it can. And just the feeling of financial freedom is a peaceful feeling. So I was going to say something really, really valuable then when I was listening to you, and I can't remember what it was.
It'll come back to you. And I got another question, because these days, because I want to give people a few more thoughts on the money, is that we're hearing all about the recession, right? And everyone's talking about the inflation. And we know our mainstream media loves to give us things to click
Fearful
on.
things.
It's fear. If it bleeds, it leads. And so, and they're very good at coming up with the latest thing, whether it's diseases or wars or recessions. But it gets us, first of all, involved in negative energy, which is not what The Secret is teaching us, but also the recession thing. And again, it's something that is, you can literally, it's self-fulfilling, this. So can you talk about the recession, or the don't want recession, I think you've talked about, and how people should engage with it, because it's something we hear all the time now, and it's being talked about.
Right. So first of all, I don't watch the news.
Good.
I don't watch the news because I just find it super, super negative.
Yeah, it's not the news, it's bad news. They should rename it.
Yeah, that's right. And so, but I would say this, in the Depression, during the Depression, there were those who knew the secret, like Charles Harnell, a whole group of businessmen who knew the secret. And during the Depression, they thrived. During the Depression. And they thrived because they knew what to think. They knew the thoughts to think. And so, and that is to not indulge in lack, because a recession is lack, which is fear. And so this is the time to ramp up your affirmations about money and money coming to you. I remember when we hit a bad time a few years ago, and a friend of mine had his own company, said that he was really being affected by the downturn, and he was afraid of losing his company. Well, of course, what you fear the most comes upon you. And I just told him what I'm saying to you now, and I said to him, you do not have to go that way. That is, you can thrive at this time. And here are the things that you need to do. You need to do these affirmations. You need to set an intention every morning, and every night you can say, tomorrow is going to be an incredible day. There are going to be so many great opportunities, business opportunities coming to me, or money's going to flow to me, or whatever. And then in the morning, intend again. And then I told him to be grateful for everything that he has. Do you know that he became busier than he'd ever been in the whole time he'd had his company? And so many companies closed at that time. It was a really bad time. So nobody has to experience this. You can rise above it. But if you go into it and you believe it, and you start to think about it, and you look for evidence of it, and then you're going to have that experience, and I'm not going to have that experience.
Hey, do you want to profit from crypto? Then join my DeFi Academy. The Crypto DeFi Academy will help you create generational wealth. But don't take my word for it. Listen to my students.
When I first got into crypto, I remember thinking to myself, I need to learn more. Brian Rose, learning crypto, learning DeFi, gotta do it.
I am so grateful that I jumped in and did this. I had to break through some limiting beliefs that I can do this, that I can afford this, that I can be in this.
It challenges the things that are deeply rooted within us.
Joining DeFi Academy has been one of the best decisions I have made on my blockchain journey.
This course was a life changer, a game changer, a huge eye-opener, coming from knowing practically nothing at the speed of the learning over 4 weeks was just fantastic.
The information you provided in this class was invaluable.
I feel far more confident in my next steps.
You took complex concepts and made them easier to understand.
What's different than so many other ones is it just doesn't tell you what to do. It actually makes you do it.
This is for people who are serious about becoming traders. This is the way it should be done.
I realized from this learning experience again that it is not about what you learn, but about who you learn it from.
The energy was insane. I've never experienced such incredible energy on a live call. Brian Rose, you are a legend, my friend.
It's
the only thing in the market where you can get all information and learn everything what you need to know.
Everything is so clear and so well done, and I'm just forever grateful for this program.
It made me feel so much more confident about crypto than I did before.
I did not anticipate how passionate I was going to become about it.
It's of course been like a big learning experience for me, not just in the crypto space, but just in overall balance of life.
What I've learned is, how to take ownership, of my life in a way that I really hadn't before.
Yeah, you can't put a price on that, really.
I would recommend it to anybody, top notch.
Excellence does not come cheap. So if you want excellence, you gotta pay for it, but it's so worth it.
Pull the trigger. That's what this course is about.
You're not going to regret it, really. It's amazing.
Thank you, Brian and team.
So what are you waiting for? Crypto is happening now. Click the link below, submit your application, and let me mentor you on how to create generational wealth and build the decentralized financial infrastructure of the future.